What's going on, everyone? So ESPN just seems to have a real agenda and hate for the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, it is crazy, but we're going to get into some of this. So 2024-2025 season, according to ESPN's panel of experts, I'd love to know who the panel of experts are, receiving 43% of the first place votes. When it comes to the team turmoil vote, just let that sink in for a moment. The focus is on uncertainty on the floor, coaching staff, and front office, ESPN's staff wrote. This season's winner is the Los Angeles Lakers, who have a first-time coach in JJ Redick, okay, a superstar turning 40 in LeBron James. Last I checked, LeBron James just won MVP of the Olympics and was the best player start to finish on a team full of superstars. But okay, every year it seems LeBron's age is why he's trash. And plenty of questions on the court after a first round exit in last season's playoffs. Okay, right? Granted, it was the same team again. And some of ESPN's experts even said that, hey, if the Lakers beat Denver, they're favorites to win the championship. But okay, based on the voting system used by ESPN, the Lakers received 53 points, while the next closest team were the Los Angeles Clippers with 25. So Los Angeles Clippers lost their second best player, and there is more belief that the Clippers are going to be better. There's less turmoil. Okay. Atlanta Hawks, 19 points, and Chicago Bulls, 19 points. Can somebody make this make sense? Again, okay, I understand the concerns of a first-year head coach. I understand if people have reluctancy or this, concern that, hey, the Lakers aren't going to be as good without, with the first-year head coach. But you also need to take into account the lack of coaching from Darvin Ham, right? Like, if you're going to factor in all of these things, I'm okay with that. If you want to have criticism with the Lakers, I'm okay with that. But a lot of the time, it just seems like it's very misinformed or just just ignorance, right? Lack of proper understanding of the situation, right? Again, JJ Redick absolutely is a first-year head coach, and there is concern of him as a first-year head coach. But he also has two former head coaches who are both better than Darvin Ham on his coaching staff. Even if you think JJ Redick is a big concern and a downgrade from Darvin Ham, there is zero question that the Lakers coaching staff as a whole is better than Darvin Ham and his staff. I mean, it's not even a debate. Go look at the Lakers coaching staff and tell me, remove JJ Redick, keep Darvin Ham on the coaching staff, and tell me Darvin Ham plus his coaching staff is better than the Lakers coaching staff minus JJ Redick, right? It's night and day. You actually have experience. You actually have different perspectives. You have defensive-minded coaches and offensive-minded coaches. You have all these different outlooks and these hive minds coming together. The other thing is LeBron James and his age, right? A lot of talk about LeBron James and his age. Also worth noting, ESPN, while we're sticking with LeBron, ESPN also doesn't even think LeBron is an MVP candidate. I'm not saying he's going to win it. I'm not saying I even believe he's going to win it. But not to at least have him in like the top, 8 or 10, wherever he's ranked, like, it's just crazy to me. Anthony Davis, again, Defensive Player of the Year. It's wild. Absolutely wild. You start going through what ESPN ranks the Lakers and where he has the Lakers, or where they have the Lakers and stuff like that. It's crazy. All these teams get praised for chemistry, right? Denver and their chemistry, all these years to get all these teams. There's all this praise about chemistry and team building and all that stuff, but then the Lakers get penalized for it. So we're just going to ignore the Lakers' efficiency and win percentage based on their starting five last year? I mean, the Lakers were on pace to win I think it was 58 games or something like that. If they would have started the season with Rui in the starting lineup and stuff, the offensive output rating, Lakers 3-point percentage, all of these factors, all these other teams get credit for, but the Lakers don't? Right? I understand LeBron James is 40, but what inclination do you have that that's a bad thing? LeBron has been just good. I mean, he's not as explosive. He's definitely not who he used to be, but he's still giving you the same level of production. He just doesn't control the game the way that he once did. But every year we hear LeBron James this, and it's because LeBron is 38. It's because LeBron is 39. It's because LeBron is 40. And every year LeBron proves all the naysayers wrong. LeBron was just the best player on Team USA, won the MVP of the entire thing, the entire Olympics, because he was the best player on a team filled with the best players. Again, make it make sense to me. It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. Again, all this talk about, all the NBA and the Western Conference, everyone got better. The Lakers didn't. Okay, so chemistry doesn't matter anymore? Another year of chemistry doesn't make the Lakers better? Look, I believe the Lakers need a trade. I don't believe the Lakers are a bona fide contender. If ESPN wants to say that they're not a contender, fine. I'm not going to argue that. I've even said I don't think that they're a true contender. Could they win it? Yes. You still got LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and they do have a good roster. Could they, I don't think anyone would be surprised if they won, right? But being a lock contender, no. I don't think that they're necessarily a lock contender, right? I look at the overall depth. It's definitely a concern, right? And it's crazy because there was this thought that it was going to be a real strong suit last season. But from what we saw from guys last season, I think it's a concern. Now, look, that opinion could change. This time last year, people were talking about how the Lakers were going to be a problem, and are the Lakers the best team in the league with the most depth? And now, all of a sudden, it's not a factor? Again, I understand based on what we saw. But, again, you have better coaching. You have, hopefully, better health. You have another year of chemistry. And all of a sudden, none of that factors in. None of that matters. Right? Like, chemistry is not a thing anymore. Actual better. Lakers won 47 games last year and the in-season tournament. I understand it was the in-season tournament. If it wasn't for that 10 of losing 10 out of 13 games, they lost 10 out of 13 games. If it wasn't for that, and they won just half of those games, Lakers would have been the 4th seed. But because the Lakers were the 7th seed again, because, hey, now look, Lakers were incredibly inconsistent last year, and it was a real problem. And they ran into Denver, and guess what? The Lakers, once again, were incredibly inconsistent because it never got addressed. Why? Because of coaching. Darvin Ham was terrible. I defended Darvin Ham early on because early on, it made sense. Right? Early on, he's trying to experiment, he's trying to find guys dealing with injuries. Right? There was a lot that went into it. Right? So I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. But then as the season progressed, you understood and saw, okay, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. And then we get after the in-season tournament, and this guy just starts benching Reeves and D'Lo and messing with the rotation and playing Cam Reddish 40 minutes and playing Taurean Prince 40 minutes. It was like, what are you doing, dude? And we lose game after game after game after game after game, and no adjustments, no changes. Now, look, the players were very inconsistent. D'Lo was incredibly inconsistent all season, right? Lakers as a whole, it was terrible in the first half, excellent in the second half, right, to close games, and then it flip-flopped, and it was like they were really good in the first half, terrible in the second half. Then you got to the playoffs, and the same problems happened when they ran into Denver, right? Excellent in the first half. If games ended at halftime, the Lakers would have swept Denver, but then they had to show up and play the second half, and guess what? Denver made adjustments, the Lakers didn't. If that happened once or twice, okay. It happened every single game. That's coaching. When the same problem continues to be apparent and nothing has changed, that is coaching or lack thereof. Right? And people still believed if the Lakers beat Denver, they should have been the favorites to win and represent the West. Why? Because the Lakers were looked at as very good. Even with incompetent coaching all the injury concerns, everything. The Lakers losing 10 out of 13 games, the inconsistencies start to finish all season. Lakers still won 47 games. Again, I believe the Lakers need a trade or two, preferably two, to really be true contenders. But to think that they don't have a chance, right? And some of the teams that are being put over the Lakers and stuff are just, it makes no sense. The Clippers lost their second best player, their first best player ended up having to leave the Olympics because his knees are shot, and the Clippers are going to be better than the Lakers? It's wild to me. And then it's all these other teams got better. Who got better? Who got genuinely better? OKC? If you want to make that argument, sure. But they were already the 1 seed last year. Dallas, Klay, 1, Klay Thompson. What does he look like next year? 2, the offense that Dallas ran, Klay Thompson makes 0 sense alongside. But again, look, Jason Kidd, excellent coach. I think he'll make that adjustment. Sure. How much better can they be? They were just in the NBA Finals. And they got to the NBA Finals on the back of their defense. And they lost their defensive pieces. Right? Klay Thompson isn't locking down the way that Derrick Jones Jr. was last year. DeMar DeRozan went to the Kings. Okay. Sacramento, the last thing Sacramento needed was another isolation scorer. What, Sacramento's going to close the games with De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, DeMar DeRozan, what, Keegan Murray and Sabonis? Are they going to be, who are they stopping? Sabonis isn't this great all-NBA defensive center. Keegan Murray and DeMar DeRozan aren't stopping anybody out on the perimeter. Malik Monk is their best defensive guy would be De'Aaron Fox. And how does that work? Right? I mean, I've gone on rants on why. I mean, there is a genuine argument the Kings got worse. They needed perimeter defense. They've been one of the highest paced teams in the league. DeMar DeRozan doesn't help with that. Go look at the pacing in which every DeMar DeRozan team has had. It makes no sense. He can't shoot threes. Did I want him on the Lakers? Yes. Why? Because the Lakers don't have anybody like that. The Kings have De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk. So it made sense for the Lakers. Doesn't make sense for the Kings. And there were still concerns on fit with the Lakers that I talked about. Right? The DeJounte Murray, that's the one that really irks me. And it's not even because he went to the Pelicans. It's just Lakers didn't get him. Right? But even then, if you're just swapping DeJounte Murray for Brandon Ingram, I mean, it makes him a little better, but it doesn't make him that much better. I still think the Lakers are better than them, right? But if Brandon Ingram buys in, now, okay, yes, they might be a problem, right? But they don't have a center. What, Zion Williamson's going to be the center? Right? So you're going to have a 6'6" center? It works when you're the Warriors and you have Steph and Klay in their prime, right? Like, all these people are acting like every team just became Kevin Durant with the Warriors. Half these teams, they got slightly better. And you can make the same argument, if not more, that health, better coaching would be more impactful than DeMar DeRozan going to the Kings or, Klay Thompson going to Dallas. Or again, now, do I think that there is criticism? Do I think that there are things? Yes. Again, if you want to say that, hey, I don't believe the Lakers are a true contender. If you want to say, I have questions and concerns about the consistency and the roster as a whole, front to back. Losing Taurean Prince could be an issue because Dalton Connect is a unknown. It's a mystery. Max Christie is a bit of a mystery. Right? Can this team stay healthy? But there's a lot of things that you can criticize the Lakers for. There's a lot of things that I criticize the Lakers for. There's a lot of things that I question the Lakers on. So I don't have a problem with people questioning the Lakers. But it's just, there, to me, is informed, educated kind of criticisms. And then there's just talking and trying to drum up headlines. It's kind of what this feels like to me. At least that's me personally. But as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Agree with my points? Disagree with my points? Are you somewhere in between? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me know that. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.